What up, guys? Welcome back. So, quick tip for today on how we can probably double our airdrops profit in the future is by combining airdrops. So this is a trick that I know that most of us are already using, but since I have some newbies here in the channel, hopefully this can help out. And even if you have been doing airdrop for some time, maybe you might get some tricks here. So basically combining airdrop, why we do that is, so for example, let's say that you want to farm something like scroll, right? Airdrops right now are super hard to get, and also it is less lucrative, right? Because there is a lot of people doing them, and also you might not have something like $10,000, $100,000 to allocate into a single project. So obviously you're not gonna be making banks right now. But at the same time, you need to have the mindset that if you need to farm scroll to get involved with scroll, let's say that you want to earn some marks towards the airdrop, there is a lot of tasks that you need to take to get there. So for example, you still need to bridge to send your funds to scroll. So you need to use one bridge. Then you probably need to swap. So maybe to ETH, to USDC, or whatever the token is that you're going to be supplying some funds. Once you're done, you also need to choose something to stake or add an LP. So in the end, you have three different tasks that you need to take that you need to be thinking, how can I combine all of them and use something that is tokenless, so in the future I can increase the likelihood of me receiving multiple airdrops. Now it might not be huge, probably you might be receiving something like $10, $20 from other airdrops, but in the end it is better than nothing, because you still need to bridge, you still need to swap, you still need to allocate some funds if you're farming scroll. So why not using something that is already tokenless? So again, using scroll as the example, we have multiple projects like Aave, like Izumi, which are great platforms, but it doesn't really matter if you allocate $1 million or $1 billion into them. You're not going to be receiving any type of airdrop in the future because the airdrop campaign already ended. So for me, it makes more sense that if I'm going to be sending some funds to scroll, I choose a bridge that is tokenless. Then once I need to swap, I choose something that is tokenless. Once I need to provide some liquidity, I also choose something that is tokenless. So let's go ahead and use a quick example right here. So let's say scroll, right? You need to bridge. That would be the first step. Oops. So you look for something that is tokenless. Bridge, let's say that you use Hyperlane, which is currently tokenless. We're not 100% sure if they already took the snapshot, but still, you guys can use it. You need to swap, right? So you can use something like Ambient, which is a good one, and also Ambient are already tracking our points. And if you're swapping, you're definitely getting points. It is not only for providing LP, you're getting points for swapping. I already did it and I know it. So once you're done, let's say that you want to obviously stake some funds so you can increase your funds, your marks. So you can use something like Mitosis. We can also use something like Rue Markets. I don't like to allocate a lot of money into Rue Markets because it is kind of new. I don't know, I'm not 100% sure about it, but I still have a little bit of funds. So in the end, as you can see right here, instead of us just focusing on scroll and sending some funds with whatever bridge we can find, swapping with whatever project we can find, and then staking with maybe Aave, and just doing one single airdrop right here, I have one, which is scroll, two for Hyperlane, three for Ambient, and then four for Mitosis. And then if you also want to add Rue Markets, that would be five. You can also definitely add some LP into Ambient, and then you're going to be receiving also an airdrop for that, and obviously increasing your marks. So let's do another one. So let's say you want to do Linea, for example. We have Linea. Again, you need to bridge. We can use something like Relay, which is tokenless. We need to swap, right? So let's use Jumper. We also need to provide some liquidity because right now that is more or less the only way for you to earn some points unless there is a campaign, which by the way there is one. I'm going to be making a video probably tomorrow or after tomorrow about it. So you swap. Now you need to add some LP or supply some funds. So let's do supply, and you can use Davos. So right there, instead of you again just focusing on Linea, you already bridged with something that is tokenless. So that would be 1, 2, 3, 4 projects in total instead of farming one. Again, do the same. Let's say Cook, which is already ending, but just for you to have the example here, we do bridge, which we can use Jumper and Screed router route. So instead of you just choosing jumper, which is another thing again, so that's why you need to have that mindset and always thinking how I can optimize this, because jumper, they have multiple routes. But within those routes, you can definitely find something that is tokenless. So you need to bridge, you need to swap. Let's use jumper again, but instead of just using jumper and picking up any route, you guys can also use others, which is tokenless. We're not 100% sure if we're gonna be receiving an airdrop, but hey, why not choosing something that is currently tokenless? So you swap, and then let's say you add your supply and borrow Dolomite, which is tokenless. Then once you borrow against it, you can then take these funds to create an LP. So we would do LP, and then we would do Agni. So here again, we have Cook, which is 1 airdrop, 2, 3, 4, because I already choose it right here. So 4, 5, 6 airdrops in total. You know, it actually makes sense. And again, I'm not saying that you're gonna be making banks from each one of them, but still, if you need to take that transaction, then dude, go ahead and use something that is tokenless. Now, let's talk about how you can confirm which one of them that are tokenless, or maybe you don't know what are the projects that are available. So what I would do is, first, we have here on DeFi Llama, if you go to the left side, we have airdrops, and then you can filter it by chain. So I do clear, and let's say that I want to use something like scroll. So we choose scroll, and then you guys can see all the available. We have the dexes, we have restaking, we have lending, we have derivative, we have cross-chain, and multiple other platforms here. Make sure to double check, which I'm gonna show you in just a second, how you can double check if they already got a token, because sometimes they're kind of slow on DeFi Llama to update it. But here we have some dexes. Also make sure that you check the TVL. So something like a TVL with 0, obviously don't get involved with it. We have Rue Markets right here. We have Rolly Finance, which is a perps platform. We have Mitosis again. We have Messen Finance, which is a bridge. So you do have multiple options here just by looking at it and obviously doing a little bit of research. And with time, the good thing is at first, obviously, it will be a little bit hard because you do need to do the process over and over and over again. But after a month, you will have a list so big of dexes, of bridges, of platforms to add some LP, perps platform, so big that in the end, you don't even need to come to DeFi Llama because you already know what are the platforms that you can use that are tokenless. So let's say that I'm here, I see Mitosis, I see that they got $12 million, I do some research, okay, it looks pretty good. How I can double check if they already got a token? So I go to Mitosis right here, and if they have a token, it would show it right here. It will say code for the token or something like that. So if it is not here, then probably they don't have a token. But obviously you need to double check again because DeFi Llama is kind of slow whenever it comes to updating. So we go to CryptoRank.io or CoinGecko or CoinMarketCap. You guys can use all of them. And then you come here and we do Mitosis. So as you can see right now for Mitosis, we only have the funding round. So how much money they have raised, but not the token. So you guys can obviously check that, which is pretty good information to have, but we know that they don't have a token at the moment. So then we can say, okay, you know what? Mitosis is kind of cool. They have enough funds. If I use it, I'm probably going to be earning some marks, or it is definitely helping me with what I want to achieve right now. So let me go ahead and do it. So make sure to always have that mindset. So whenever you need to swap, ask yourself, am I using something that is tokenless? You need to bridge, ask yourself, am I using a bridge that is tokenless? You need to add some LP, same question. Trading, same question. NFTs, same questions. Always ask yourself, can I use something that is tokenless? So hopefully in the future, you can receive multiple airdrops. And not only that airdrop, the good thing is sometimes whenever we use something, we use multiple different projects, we might receive other airdrops. So one example, which is my personal experience, is that back in 2023, I used so many small projects and got involved with so many things that I received the PETH airdrop, the maximum allocation, on 2 wallets. And that was because I was using so many projects that were using PETH, and I wasn't even farming PETH. I didn't know about PETH. Most of us didn't know about PETH. So in the end, because I used so many things, I got eligible, and I think I made probably around $3,000 for the PETH airdrop. So not bad at all for not farming something. So definitely by using multiple things, you might end up with a pretty good surprise. So before we go, let's do maybe one that is more simple. So let's say you want to farm something like Hyperliquid, a perps platform, or maybe Aventis. You still need to take the same steps. You still need to bridge to Arbitrum. So we can pick something like maybe ArcuTrade, which by the way, you can use ArcuTrade to also add some LP on Scroll. And I think it is also available on Linea. Then we need to swap. We can go to Jumper again and try to pick a route that is tokenless if that is available. And then we trade using HL, Hyperliquid, right? So in the end, instead of saying, okay, so today I'm going to be farming Hyperliquid and that's it, go ahead and bridge with something that is tokenless, swap with something that is tokenless, and then you can proceed to use the platform and hopefully receive an airdrop. So there you go, guys. Any questions, any doubts, just let me know. I'm going to be adding all the links in the description for DeFi Llama, CryptoRank, and everything else. Oh, before we go, let me go ahead and show you another thing that you guys can use. And it is this. So let's say that you have a blockchain that you're currently farming. So let's say Scroll. You guys can go to the website and look for ecosystem, click on project, and then you will also have a list of all the projects. Obviously, you don't know if they already got a token or not. So you do need to do your research to see if they got a token, but it is a pretty good tool to have, so you can double check, see what is available, and then you go and check on CryptoRank, CoinMarketCap, see if they already got a token. So yeah, there you go, guys. Any questions, any doubt, just let me know. Bye bye.